Melvo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment, and today we're going to be talking more about the CallMeCarson situation. There was another drama alert that's been updated about the situation going on, as well as multiple people taking to Twitter to make some just absurdly stupid statements to justify the canceling of CallMeCarson. But before we begin the video, I do want to apologize that this one's being uploaded a little bit later than I intended. I did have to go in for a COVID test this morning. Hopefully everything is going to be positive. I just feel like I have a really bad cold right now. And again, there were some people at my work that did catch it. So if you can do me a favor, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and if you want to further support us, feel free to become a Patreon member. The link is in the description below. Now, I want to jump in talking about the recent drama alert updates. Not everything in here was related to CallMeCarson. A huge chunk of the video really wasn't. And there's only a couple of points that I wanted to bring up here. And I'm going to jump into some of these things that are going on Twitter right now in regards to this situation.
Come out. After I did that interview yesterday on Drama Alert with Carson's former friends from the Lunch Club, an alleged victim came forward, posting a Twitter thread with...
Now, this is kind of important to me, right? Because after Keemstar's initial drama alert came out, Sam here came out with her claims. Now, I lambasted this girl pretty hard, and I take none of it back. Because Keemstar uploaded a Twitter video, and unfortunately, because he has me blocked, I don't have access to it, and I'm not going to run an alt account so I can see what this idiot has to say. But in it, he said that CallMeCarson is not a pedophile. And what's really telling is after he uploaded that Twitter video, this girl then went on to Twitter again and said, after watching Keem's new video, I realized there's nothing wrong for calling Carson a pedophile. Why is that relevant here? This girl is taking her cues from Keemstar. Now, just so that some idiot doesn't take me out of context there, I'm not saying they're in communication with each other. I'm saying that her opinion on these things seems to be whatever Keemstar says is factual, which is pretty fucking stupid to me when she went on to try to justify her claims pretty clearly over here. And, she even mentions grooming, and grooming is something that, not all pedophiles are groomers, but all groomers are fucking pedophiles. So, again, this is just a stupid fucking statement. And I found it quite weird that he would not mention in her Twitter thread that she had updated based on what Keemstar was saying, which would let me know that she's probably a fan of Keemstar. Probably.
Serious allegation that the two of them not only talked dirty, but also exchanged birthday suit photos. In one of these screenshots of the conversation between both of them, Carson is talking naughty, and the girl responds, I'm sorry I didn't respond fast enough. I was in school. Not a good look.
Not a good look. However, what? However, it's not a big deal, which you're going to say here in just a little bit, because you already have said several times nobody is pushing it anymore. Nobody thinks that there's an issue between 17 and 19. If you think that, then you already know she's in school. So why would you go and say not a good look, right? Because you just want people to slam this Carson guy, right? You know that there's no issue with it. There's no point in even bringing that up in your video, except for the fact that you want to just keep giving people reasons to hate this guy, even though you yourself has said that there's no actual real issue, and you're going to say it again right now. You disingenuous fuckwad.
However, many people on the internet are looking at this situation and they're saying to themselves, well, look, man, like, she was 17, Carson was 19. That's not too bad. That's not too crazy. And I agree with them. However, if birthday suit pictures were being exchanged, well, that's against the law. If you're under 18, if that's happening, that is literally against the law.
Okay, that's literally against the law. And I'm Keemstar. I have 5.77 million subscribers. I have a whole team of researchers who looked into it and managed to completely miss this. So, under the state law where Carson lives, there's actual protections under law for this exact situation. In fact, they use the situation of a 17 and 19-year-old as an example, right? What you need to have is It needs to be committed by a person younger than 22. Person receiving or depicting the image consented to the conduct. The persons involved are in close in age and in a dating or ongoing personal relationship. Now, people are going to argue, well, they clearly weren't. They clearly were. They were engaging in private chats with each other. They were sexting. That constitutes a personal relationship. I've already had people, or even e-dating, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, under the law, it is recognized as a protection for Carson. The image was produced, stored, or shared using a smartphone, smart device, cell phone, or social networking website. The image is not distributed beyond the sender, receiver, and person depicted in the image or in violation of a court-protected order. So, under state law, he's perfectly fine. But beyond that, under federal law, he's also fine because the same defense, while not enshrined in federal law, it is a defense to a federal charge, right? Because they are close in age, because it's clear sexting, and because those laws are not, they're not based around trying to bust up horny teenagers sexting with each other. One of these key aspects over here where they say the image is not distributed beyond the sender, receiver, and person depicted in the image or in violation of the court protection order. If Carson was sending that image to even his best buddy, immediately that becomes a federal case, and he's not protected under state law. He has no criminal defense to it because he's sharing the image now. But they're not going to go after horny teens that are sexting with each other. It's got nothing to do about being close in age, although that is a factor there. It's because those laws are not based around trying to destroy people's lives for sexting in a legally allowed relationship. And it is legally allowed. Even under federal law, if you look at statutory rape and age of consent for federal law, it's also protected. So again, this is never going to hold up as far as like criminality goes. There's no criminal case against CallMeCarson. There isn't in Indiana, and there isn't federally. And one thing, he's going to bring this up later in the video, but I do want to move on to the next point from here because he's going to talk about this Joko person who people wanted me to react to. And if you guys still want me to, I can do it in the stream tonight, which I did promise to do. But all Joko is doing is showing that the messages are real and that Carson admits to the messages being real. So I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, there's nothing there. Now, I do want to move on from this point and move on from the drama alert because I went ahead and posted this to the YouTube community tab. CallMeCarson committed a crime and a felony, and there's no excuse for his behavior. I've said this as clear as I can. It's protected under the law in Indiana, and in terms of federal court, he has a criminal defense to these charges, so there would never be a case against Carson. And Keemstar, who has a team of researchers, while he's telling everybody that it is illegal and a crime and a felony, could really do himself a favor and do his audience a favor and just inform them of something that would literally take him 10 minutes on a Google search to find. Instead, he tells them all, it's a crime, it's criminal, it's a crime, but, you know, the police aren't really interested because it's so close in age. I don't understand how you hold those two thoughts together rationally, right? If you're going to say it's a crime and it's criminal, but then say, but the cops don't actually give a shit about it because it's not that big of a deal. What are you doing, man? Because to me, it just looks like you fucked up the accusation, right? You rushed it out there, probably because Keemstar doesn't want anyone to remember the French girl interview that he promised on Pyrocynical and is now trying to bury. I remember it, bitch. Why don't you fucking upload it? But you should inform your fucking audience of this. You should let them know what the actual law is. You should let them know that under his own state law, he's perfectly fucking fine. And under federal law, he has a clear-cut criminal defense to these charges. You can do that. It would take you less than 2 minutes to do it. You just have to open up your fucking mouth. Instead, you go and tell them it's a crime, it's criminal, but the cops don't care. Okay, buddy. Okay, so it's actually not that big of a deal. But, you know, after that, he then goes on to highlight Slimesicle over here. Slimesicle went ahead and uploaded this text document, his statement about the Carson situation. Now, if you want to read through the entire thing, 228,000 morons liked it. Good job. Because, and the reason why I call y'all morons is, if you look at this, right, I don't blame him for contacting the cops, okay? Because if you think something criminal has happened, always contact the proper authorities. Actually, I will give Slimesicle a lot of respect for doing that. But one thing that's pretty clear here is he says in an early 2020 phone call, so this would be the one around March, he goes, unnamed girl believed to be 17. Well, again, we all say 1917 isn't that big of a deal, right? But apparently to Slimesicle it was. So Slimesicle contacted the police, contacted the federal police in early 2020. We're in 2021 right now. So it seems to me that even under federal law, the feds are not interested in this because, as I've already said, there's a clear-cut criminal defense to what is being accused of CallMeCarson, right? There is no crime here. There is nothing that he could be prosecuted for. And if they tried, it would more than likely be immediately dismissed because those laws are about stopping rings of pedos spreading child porn around the internet. It's not about busting up horny teenagers. And if you're going to continue to make that fucking claim that it's criminal and it's wrong and he should... I'm sorry, but you are an amoral, immoral piece of human shit, right? There's one thing to be completely misinformed, but now that you have the information, if you still want to go ahead and parrot that claim, there is something deeply wrong with you, and I think you need some serious mental health. Now I know what you're going to say. Crow, man, that was a pretty bad hot take. Well, how's this? CallMeCarson has a game on his Steam log called Pregnancy. What's that about? Pregnancy is a game about a 14-year-old girl in Hungary where she is raped and gets pregnant and is looking for advice on her future pregnancy. He has clocked in 107 hours for a game you can beat in 40 minutes approximately. Well, And guys, it's not a troll, and 14.2 thousand people liked it because it's not a troll at all. This isn't bullshit, by the way. This isn't bullshit. The actual fuck. This is evidence, guys. This is proof. This is evidence and proof. Holy shit. You want some goddamn hot takes? There's your fucking hot take. Oh, how about this? This one is this one's a favorite of mine, right? Holy shit, I'd sue. So this Nicholas Diorio retweeted this story, right? Viral perv YouTube star CallMeCarson accused of grooming young female fans. Viral perv. But they put the perv in quotation marks, so legally I think that they're okay. But I am in agreement with Nicholas Diorio. He should fucking sue him. He should absolutely fucking sue him. Or how about this loser over here? Emo lover. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. People defending Carson because it's only 2 years. Yeah, it's only 2 years. I hate people who talk in all caps lock. You're a fucking moron and calm the fuck down. But age wasn't the problem there. I'm glad we agree. The problem was that the girl idolized Carson and he took it. Yeah. So essentially, like, let's say you're like a famous rock star, like movie star, literally anybody, right? Who has a small following. Because let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, CallMeCarson's following is not that massive. He's a Minecraft YouTuber. That's a subsection of YouTube. Now, Minecraft's a large game, don't get me wrong, but yeah. So basically, anyone with a small following, if they ever have sex with anyone who knows them, who's a fan of their work, that makes it predatory behavior. And in Emo Lover's own words, he literally manipulated and groomed her to get her to send weird shit. Well, first off, Emo Lover, they're called nudes. People do exchange them with each other. I understand that you probably have never actually seen / heard of a nude female, but they do exist. Female form, there's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's not weird. It's not weird at all. But yeah, this is the type of fucking stupid logic being used to justify these claims against CallMeCarson. I'm sorry. You're not going to get me there with that. I know some people, I've even seen you in my comment section going, yeah, I mean, look, I think the only thing that's wrong is the whole fan thing. Like, it's an opinion at that point, but I'm not there with you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be too insulting on this aspect. It's just, he's a Minecraft YouTuber. He's talking to these people that watch his work. This girl hit him up first. He did not, like, it would be a different situation to me if the girl never commented to him saying, you know, I want to be my boyfriend or anything like that. And then he just saw her leave a comment on one of his videos and he goes, man, you're really pretty. And then just starts DMing her, right? At least then I could say he's the one initiating it. But even by her own words, he's not. So, yeah. Now, as far as like, does that, even if that was the case, would that even constitute grooming? No. I think a more solid argument, and if anyone has this, bring it forward because I'll actually side with you, is if CallMeCarson, right, is telling these girls, you know, send me nudes and I'll spotlight your YouTube channel. Or CallMeCarson is saying, send me nudes and you can come on my channel, right? Something of that nature. Well, still, it would not be grooming. It at least would be manipulative behavior and coercion, right? I guess even coercion is kind of a strong word. I just wouldn't be comfortable with it. I would find that amoral behavior, right? But this shit is sad, pathetic, and embarrassing. But this is the type of fucking logic being used to go after CallMeCarson. Now, again, I want to give a special thanks to this video to Gnome the pedo hunter, who left this nice little comment about everything that he has started. This is the best controversy I've ever started. It doesn't matter how much drama there is in the world. One thing that brings us all together is our love for gaming. What a massive piece of shit, right? What controversy did he start, and what was it based on? Guy's not a pedophile. Guy's not a groomer. Guy's engaged in completely legal behavior. Guy cannot be hit for anything criminal under state or federal law. And you did it all based on absolutely nothing other than former scorned friends who actually had issues with the guy because he broke up their big YouTube lunch crew party, whatever.
Let that shit bang.